don't know if he's realized it yet. I think it's coming to him now. That he knows it's over with now. You can just see it on his face right now.
Things are settled in for him. He realizes now that the honor that going into wrestling that he's always out here fighting for didn't fight for him tonight.
That was not his fault.
It wasn't their fault.
That was Scott Sutton's fault.
Their fault.
That was my fault.
They cheated on you.
How long will protect to my career?
They cheated. They cheated.
It's okay. This one's to all of you. Thank you.
You ain't God, Chris.
My career's over. That's it. Sorry for you. Sorry you. I love you both. I love all you fans. This will always be my home, so remember that. Thank you all. I love you all.
So, I bet you're wondering why we're here. I'm Airica-Demia, and this is the night that my hero, my dad, was supposed to retire from wrestling. Yeah, he's the guy that just gave that really long speech, and now he's walking around tagging hands. In fact, I'm there too. See? That's me right there. Hold on. Something doesn't feel right. There we go, that's much better. As you could probably guess, I was bawling my eyes out that night. Twice a month, or every other Saturday, I had been watching my dad wrestle. And that had been happening for, I don't even know how long, so many years. And then all of a sudden, his career was over. And it was just done. I thought I would never get to live out my dream of wrestling with my dad. You know what? I think we should start from the beginning. This is my dad, an independent wrestler, and all I've ever wanted was to be just like him. My dad wrestled in this little indie fed in Lincolnton, North Carolina, all the way up from 2005 until 2018 when he retired. I started going regularly to watch him wrestle when I was 7 years old. That was 10 years ago to this day. For most of his career, he went by Chris Solar. For a little bit, he went by his real name, Christopher King Baldwin. But what I always remember is people chanting Solar. Whether they cheered him or booed him, in my eyes, he was always larger than life. All I ever dreamed of was stepping foot in that ring with my dad. Whether we were tagging up together, or we were facing off against each other in the fabled squared circle. Being a professional wrestler, or a sports entertainer, whatever you want to call it, was my dream. But for my dad, his dreams didn't quite pan out the way he wanted them to. After 13 years of abusing his body, no matter how talented I or any fan thought he was, he never escaped being a big fish in a small pond. He was often in pain and just didn't have the passion to perform like he once did. At that time, I never thought I was going to be cut out for this. So I kind of just accepted that sometimes dreams don't become a reality. I was so proud of what my dad achieved against the odds he was given. And like a good daughter, I prepared myself to just watch him end his wrestling career and watch him as he rode off into the sunset to pursue other goals. It was time for his journey to end, I guess. He had fought for long enough, for honor, for glory, for wrestling. But little did I know, my journey was just beginning. After begging for years, my dad finally let me step in a ring. I took my first bump, and I was hooked. I got permission from my mom and my dad, and then I started training at the same place that my dad had wrestled at for all of those years. But I still had to pay my dues. I took on an on-screen role of being ringside interviewer, but to be honest, I don't think I was very good at it.
Go ahead. Ask your question. Ask your question.
Well, you're the one that asked for this, so what do you want? How are you feeling about your match against Ego? Are you nervous or anything?
No problem. The main guy I'm looking for, and what I'm wondering is, where's Hojo? Where's Hojo?
Can I have a word with you?
Oh, goodness. What does he have to say now?
Outlaw, what are you gonna do? Willie Cool has been the champ several times now, and now he's locked in a cage with us. What are you gonna do? So, Willie Cool, what do you think about this mystery opponent at Ultimate Jeopardy?
Well, I knew the Outlaw would have something up his sleeve for that show, and I didn't think you'd add another person, someone we don't know of until the show, but I'll say this for tonight. I'm not afraid of whoever it is.
I get here that day, I get harassed by an annoying little person asking me all kinds of questions.
I had to collect myself, I had to make some improvements, and I'm back. I want Hojo. If I gotta go through Ego, Outlaw, Willie, I'm here for Hojo.
If they really want to pick a fight, then they're gonna meet me in that ring, and I'm not leaving until I get what I get.
You better watch your sass with me, little girl. Because the Outlaw always has a big trick up his sleeve.
Willie, how about you tell us about this new entrance? New lights, new music, new you?
Well, that was awkward to watch again. Even more awkward was me having my first practice match. But, as rough as it was, at the time I was making progress, just like my dad had done so long ago. And then, in one of the coolest moments of my life, my dad found his passion again and made his return to the ring.
Oh! Wait a second! Whoa, Christopher Baldwin just come out! We ain't seen him in a while! He wants a mic. He's got something to say. Let's hear what the king has to say.
I've got one thing to say, brother. I've always told you, it's dangerous to go alone. Take Steve! I got something to tell you, Joker. You want to attack my brother? You ain't doing that. The king is back. And not only is the king back, the pro king, the fellowship of the ring, reunited.
There you have it. I guess there's his tag partner.
That's what say.
Slap him. Slap him.
And we're going to do it.
Take his jacket. Take his jacket.
For glory.
There we go now. Tell me that's not awesome. We got the team back together. Fellowship of the ring. This is awesome.
And just when things seemed to fall into place, my dad was back in the ring. I was training my heart out. Something horrible would happen in the world. Something that I thought was going to rip my dreams away from me. The world shut down. Independent wrestling shut down. And that little old indie fed my dad wrestled in, that survived for 20 years, it went down for the count. I had lost my passion, lost my dream. After a few months without wrestling, I was going crazy not being able to do the one thing I knew I was meant to do with my life. So, we went in search of a new home, a new place where I could start my journey over. We checked out a few places, and I tried my best to hone my craft as best as I could.
My hero, you will show me what I gotta do. Made up my mind, wanna be like you, don't care whatever people say. I know I'll resurface you. You know I will. Sometimes anything doesn't go wrong. Well, I keep trying, keep moving. I don't believe what I'm working on. Can anyone tell me the way to make it? I guess now I'm the only one. I need to open your own future. No matter what happens, I'll do, I won't stop. I'll make you progress step by step.
Something just never did sit right. Something was missing. So we kept searching. Until the summer of 2020. That is when we found a new home. That is when we found the Palmetto Wrestling Academy. Finally, my journey would begin again. It has been 2 years since I walked into the doors of the Palmetto Wrestling Academy. I started over from the ground up, and I began to learn from some of the best in the Carolina wrestling scene. It hasn't been easy. There's been many ups and downs, and I've been through many, many trials and tribulations. But every failure has led to a success, and I feel like I'm finally where I need to be. Thanks to the team atmosphere and the family-forward attitude, me and my dad have found a new home within the PWA. Two years later, with the help of Cody Fluffman and Ethan Case, I am far from being the same girl that I was when I first stepped foot in the academy. Everyone else in my class has graduated, but I can't graduate until I'm 18. I have less than 6 months before I can step foot in a PCW ring. I have less than 6 months to become the best version of myself, to prove that I can be with the best in our class, to prove that I can go beyond. I'm your hero, Airica-Demia, and this is my Pro Wrestling Academia.